Today is March 8, 2017, as we brace ourselves for the influx of yet another batch of deportees coming all the way from the United Kingdom. Now today my topic is how England have treated Jamaicans and other Caribbean nationals with utterly disrespect. But first, I just want to explain to the wider world what a British Jamaican terminology means. British Jamaican or Jamaican British people are British persons who were born in Jamaica or who are of Jamaican descent. The community is well into its sixth generation and consists of around 300,000 individuals, the second largest Jamaican diaspora behind the United States outside of Jamaica itself. The majority of British people of Jamaican origin were born in the United Kingdom as opposed to Jamaica itself. The Office of National Statistics estimated that in 2010, some 150,000 Jamaican-born people were resident in the United Kingdom, with only 49,000 of these retaining Jamaican citizenships. Jamaicans have been present in the UK since the start of the 20th century. However, by far the largest wave of migration occurred after World War II. During the 1950s, British economy was suffering greatly, and the nation was plagued with high labor shortages. The British government ultimately looked to its overseas colonies for help and encouraged migration in an effort to fill the many jobs vacancy. Jamaicans, alongside other Caribbean, South Asian, and African groups, came in their hundreds of thousands to the United Kingdom. The majority of Jamaicans settled in London and found works in the likes of London Transport, British Rails, and the NHS. Now this is appalling, because thousands, hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans in the 50s and the 60s left this beautiful shore of Jamaica, went to England, and did all the dirty work. All the dirty work they did, working on construction, working in the railways, doing all manner of work. And this is the pay they get. Deportation. Since September 2016 to now, they have deported 152 Jamaicans. Today's story, ladies and gentlemen, is going to touch the inner core of your heart. Stay tuned. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understand the meaning of a British Jamaican as explained earlier. Now today we celebrate Women's Day in Jamaica, and today also we expect an influx of Jamaicans living in the United Kingdom, some for over 25 years, is expected to arrive in the island today. Now there's a woman who has lived in the United Kingdom for more than 25 years and whose son suffered from a serious blood disorder, is reported to be among the batch of Jamaican deportees scheduled to arrive in the island today, International Women's Day. A report in yesterday's online edition of the Independent newspaper said that the mother of three, who asked to be identified only by her first name, Sophia, is being held at the notorious Yarry's Wood Immigration Removal Center ahead of a secretive chartered flight, which is expected to take around 100 people to the Caribbean island. The 47-year-old youngest son, who is 13, has sickle cell disease. The Independent report also stated that the boy's sister, Ruth, told the newspaper that he had been taken to the hospital with severe pain 3 times after he witnessed his mother taken away by police in October. Sophia, whose indefinite leave to remain in the UK was revoked after she committed a non-violent crime, has been told by the Home Office that she can either take her children to live with her in Jamaica or communicate with them via Skype. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this. In the 50s and 60s, they wanted hundreds of thousands of Caribbean nationals, not just Jamaican, but Caribbean national, African national, Asian national, to come to their country, the United Kingdom, and to work, because there was not enough people to fill the amount of jobs that were there. And these Jamaicans work assiduously, they work tirelessly, and they build the UK. Now we understand that there are a few Jamaicans or a few Caribbean nationals who are bent on doing wrong. I do not personally condone wrongdoing of any kind. If you commit yourself, then you must face the full brunt of the law, which, if that includes deportation, so be it. You cannot expect to be in someone else's country and commit all manner of crime and then expect to live there forever. But we're not talking about those who commit crime, because we know those who commit crime deserve what they get. We're talking about people who have done absolutely nothing. The only crime that they're guilty of is because maybe they didn't fill their proper documentation out and take care of their paperwork to make sure that they were really legitimized or legalized while in the United Kingdom. Jamaicans work hard in England, tirelessly in England, and they've given up the hard-earned time, blood, and sweat to build that country, and that is the thanks that they get. In September 29, 2015, the Right Honorable Cameron, Prime Minister of England at that time, came to Jamaica and made Jamaica an offer of £25 million, a total of about 5.5 billion Jamaican dollar, to build a prison, because they have in their custody over 300 Jamaicans that will be deported at some date to be announced. Jamaica have rejected that offer. They say they didn't have the amount of money in their coffer to back up the 25 million pounds, because it would take way more than 25 million pounds to build a prison. So this is where our contentions lie, and we want you out there to be a part of this conversation. In the comment section below, leave your comments and let us know how you feel about how the United Kingdom have treated Jamaicans thus far. Now, I'll show you what it was like. There's a clip that I want you to take a look at, which shows irate Jamaican Rastafarian by the name of Eru Aishakamusa Menelik on the day that Prime Minister Cameron went to Parliament and announced that he will give Jamaica £25 million to build this prison. Take a look. What do you want to tell the world? What's going through your mind at this particular moment?
That our leaders in Jamaica are weak leaders, very weak, because reparations should be on the table from 1962, yes. And they have not argued for reparation from 1962 until now. So all the leaders that we have had in Parliament are weak leaders. We want strong African-oriented leaders to lead Jamaica. Jamaica is 90% African people, 5% mixed race, and 1% Caucasian. So Jamaica can be seen as an African colony. So we want to right the wrongs of history by claiming reparations. When we calculate reparations, England owes us 700 trillion pounds. 700 trillion pounds. And this is calculated off the amount that they paid to the slave owners, the planter class that got 21 million pounds. So we calculate it at the same, which work out to 25% of the United Kingdom's budget. So we are claiming that money, and as they say, there is no statute of limitation that can deny us the right to claim reparation. It is our right. It's not we're begging. We are not mendicants. We are demanding our rights. Demanding our rights.
to Jamaica, Portia, as she goes into, as she comes out of Parliament this morning. This is what it is like on the morning that Prime Minister Cameron, that's his name. Yeah.
David Cameron family and them own Barclays Bank, where them get out of the reparation, the payment. Reparation, in a way,
as they leave Parliament. Here we are, as the struggle continues. Those who oppress us, they are in power. As they get busy, this is what it is like.
Big stone?
Yeah. Well, you know, that was what it was like on September 29, 2015. I was there myself and I actually witnessed the entourage of the Prime Minister and whoever was there welcoming and greeting and so on. And some of the responses of Jamaicans, how they feel about the fact that instead of bringing other gifts or giving us money to do something else, the money that they want to give us is £25 million to build prison in Jamaica. Now, you know and I know that the prison system in Jamaica is poor. We really need good prisons so that the men who are serving hard time not get a luxurious stay, but at least have a prison that they can rehabilitate. You know what I mean? There are programs there, there are workshops, and of course there are other areas where they could possibly earn money while they're in prison. We need the prison. Why didn't Jamaica accept the £25 million that England offered them? Now, I personally think that we should have accepted that money. The reason why, we're gonna be hit with over 300 Jamaicans anyway. Where are we gonna put these Jamaicans? Where are they gonna go after they leave prison? What is gonna happen? How are we gonna survive down here with all the other Jamaicans being deported from the United States and elsewhere to come home to this little island 150 miles long by 50 miles wide? What is gonna happen to us here in Jamaica? That's why I'm saying to Jamaicans, Jamaicans, make sure that you save up your money while you're in these countries. Send some money back a yard. Build a house. Start a small business with some of your relatives. And make sure that you take care of little Jamaica, because when push comes to shove and everybody else reject you, we are the ones that are forced by law, that are forced by country to accept you. So whatever you do while you're in these fancy countries making these money, send some money, come back a yard. Because guess what? Jamaica is still the most beautiful country on the face of the earth. And I personally would never advise any Jamaican to go and take a permanent residency in any foreign country. Build your country, build yard, make sure that we have the lowest crime rate possible, cut down on the murder, and we can have the beautiful Garden of Eden that this country is. Knowing no better than yard. Big Stone tell you that. I've spent almost 30 years in the United States, and I wasn't deported. I decided that, hey, it's time for me to come home, because this is where I am. This is where I was born. This is where I love. I love this country. And I'll never give up for Jamaica, for no country on the face of the earth. I'm telling you, I would never want to live in England, Holland, the United States, Canada permanently for the rest of my life. Hell no. Jamaica is my home. I make sure I come home and I do work to uplift my country, to uplift the youths of this country, to make sure that they're doing great, to make sure that they go to school, to make sure that they get a great education. So Jamaicans abroad, take a page out of what is happening. Take a look out of what is happening. Take sleep and mark death. And come home on your yard. Don't make them have to throw you out with 2 scandal bag or a bag over your shoulder and you don't have nothing. Save up your little 2 cents and come back a yard. Big stone, I tell you that. Come home to luxury, the sea, the sun, and beautiful Jamaica. Big stone.